I always start my videos from the opposite side of the camera, so I'll do the other side of the camera today. Okay, so I have never been happier in my entire life to be talking about what I'm going to be talking about today. But before I do, I have a low and high active kindness. Although I can straight up just say that my high is what I'm about to talk about today. So let's get to my low and my active kindness. My low is still December. Did I really just say it's still December? Oh my god. Oh gosh, I really am tired. It's so cold out is what I mean to say. Very sorry. Why I still say it was still December? We're over halfway through January now. Actually, well over halfway through January. Like it's going to end in less than 2 weeks. Well, this month's actually going by pretty quickly. But it's still really cold out. Not a fan of that. My act of kindness was I brought the garbage in for my folks. They finally got it right. Yesterday wasn't that garbage day. So, that's good. For those of you who are wondering, garbage day is usually on Wednesdays, but the last 2 weeks they couldn't do it on Wednesdays because, the holiday season kind of messed everything up with, Christmas and New Year's Day being on a Monday. Which, now that I think about it, thanks to the fact that this year is a leap year, Christmas and New Year's Day should be on a Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. That is going to mess everybody up. But, they got a whole year to prepare, so maybe they'll figure something out. But okay, I need to talk about what it is I'm going to be talking about today because, holy cow, I cannot tell you how long I've waited for this to happen again. Okay, so a bit of backstory. Picture this. It's 2013. And you had just recently graduated from college. And I had nothing going on in life. I didn't really have a job yet. But it was fine. I just graduated from college. Didn't matter. I think I've earned a little bit of a rest and sort of battery recharging time, I suppose. Which also meant that I didn't care about how late I stayed up. So I'd be staying up well after midnight, let's say. Well, it was 2013, and a little show on Comedy Central called At Midnight first premiered. It starred Chris Hardwick as the host, and basically how it works is, basically with the internet being as crazy as it is, you get several comedians together and they make fun of what happens throughout the internet, Twitter or Reddit or pretty much anywhere funny on the internet. At midnight was going to figure out how it worked. That show would wind up running for 600 episodes. And I saw every one of them. Obviously, I didn't stay up until midnight every time. Eventually I would give myself a job, eventually you gotta have a work schedule. But thankfully, shows like this, you can just simply, for the original At Midnight, the full episodes are on Comedy Central, so I can watch it there. Truly, it broke my heart when I believe it was in 2017, the show finally ended at 600 episodes. I didn't think we were ever going to get a show like this ever again. It was funny. A lot of my favorite comedians I would come to know and love, I would come to, know, love and respect. I would watch on At Midnight. Every great moment on At Midnight, I remember watching. I remember the very first episode when Camille Nanjiani won. I was there when I watched the 100th episode when, at that point, Doug Benson, Nikki Glaser, and Ron Funches were like the winningest contestants at that point after 100 episodes. I was there on that one Valentine's Day episode where two guests were like having a date night like in front of the like in front of the audience, because like they participate in the hashtag wars all the time, and this couple met via hashtag wars, and no kidding, during that episode, the guy proposed. I even was there when the patriarchy was toppled. That's right. Believe it or not, the patriarchy was toppled, and it happened on that midnight. My point is, I was a huge fan of that show. And I couldn't believe that, I really thought it was going to have the staying power that The Daily Show, or at the time, The Colbert Report, had. I thought it was going to be on forever, but, I mean, don't get me wrong, 600 episodes, that's great. Most shows don't even remotely have that kind of leeway. And, it's obviously why, stuff happens that's funny on the internet every single day. And not just the internet too, but just pop culture in general. And as long as comedians exist, someone's going to make fun of it. But it really did break my heart when At Midnight ended. Well, on January 16th, the show got rebooted on CBS. It goes by After Midnight now, but it is official that it is a reboot of At Midnight. It's not called After Midnight. So, naturally, having seen 2 episodes now, well, here's the thing. It's on at 12:37 at night, and again, I kind of go to bed early, so I can't really watch it, but luckily, the first episode was on YouTube. And thankfully, all the episodes are going to be streaming on CBS.com the next day. So, as of right now, I am caught up with watching every episode of After Midnight so far. Hooray for me. So, where do I even begin with this? Well, TLDR, I love it. I love it. It's still the same heart and spirit that the original At Midnight had. After Midnight, still the same. Obviously there's a few stylistic differences from the old show. I get that, things are different. I mean, you know what would be really cool? Because the original At Midnight was actually on the same set as I Love Lucy. I don't think it's the same lot. But how cool would it be if After Midnight was shot in that same studio that both At Midnight and therefore I Love Lucy was shot on? As of this moment, it's yet to be confirmed. But how cool would it be if it was, So, let's start with the obvious. Obviously, Chris Hardwick is not hosting the show. It is the very lovely and talented Taylor Thompson. And she is awesome, actually. Wow, did I totally just butcher her name? I'm so sorry. Tomlinson. Taylor Tomlinson. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I screwed up her name. I'm sorry. Actually, who am I kidding? On the off chance they actually watch this, I hope I get made fun of. That'd be awesome if I was featured on that show. Hold on, that brings up an idea. I'll get to that in a minute. So, no, Taylor Tomlinson is not Chris Hardwick. That's okay though. I see Taylor Tomlinson hosting the show the same way that I see Drew Carey hosting The Price is Right. Let me explain, okay? When Bob Barker, God may rest in peace, retired from The Price is Right and, Drew Carey's going to be host, Bob Barker told him, just do your own thing. Don't be like me. Do your own thing. And that's what Taylor Tomlinson is doing. She is doing her own thing, and she is making it work. And I love it. She's awesome. She's funny. Obviously, she's funny. But, she's engaging. She's legit everything that a game show host should be. And it's awesome. In terms of the stage and stylistic differences, I actually do like how, because the original At Midnight, well, because it was obviously, at midnight, I think they're going for like a dark sort of blue, black, indigo aesthetic, because, it was nighttime, makes sense. But I actually like how, like, the setting is more, more warm colors, red and, orange and stuff like that. I like that now. Because, it's warm colors, it's inviting, it's actually engaging, it's actually really cool. I love that. The games on the show, still funny. Although they have a new game where the contestants actually interact with what they see on screen. Like this last episode I just watched with Paul F. Tompkins, Carl Tart, and Sophie Bubble. Like they had to like legit mimic the photos that they saw from a family photo shoot. That was really cool. Or the episode before when it was Kurt Brunel or Whitney Cummings and Aparna Nachira, I think is how I pronounce it. Let me look it up. Yeah, Aparna Nancherla. Okay, Aparna Nancherla. Okay, that's it. I'm sorry. If I'm butchering the names wrong, I am so sorry. I'm also very tired, by the way. Where smash or pass, and you have to stand on one side of the screen. Whether you to smash or not. Well, actually, you got to smash or not to smash. But you gotta stand on one side of the screen for who you would smash and who you would therefore not smash. Let's say. And I love this show. I mean, 2 episodes in, and I am already a fan of this new reboot. I do. I love it. I mean, okay, this is going to sound really silly, but back when At Midnight was on Comedy Central, it was always my dream to be on that show. It was. I mean, this was years before I would be as into social media as I am now. But I always want to be on that show because I watched it, I laughed, I just love it. I want to be on that show. However, now I'm very heavily into social media. I post videos on Facebook and YouTube and Tumblr, and some of the stuff I do gets on Instagram every day. Like, my social media presence is far greater than it was over 10 years ago. So, maybe I could be on After Midnight at some point. That's not gonna happen. I'll tell you what though, it'd be cool as hell if it did. I don't think it's gonna happen though. At least not now. But who knows? I mean, the original run of That Midnight was 600 episodes. So, chances are for this new run, anything can happen, really. I mean, full disclosure, like, as soon as I heard Paul F. Tompkins was going to be on this last episode I watched, I'm like, the king is back. For those of you wondering, in the original run of That Midnight, they had two series of Tournament of Champions. And Paul F. Tompkins won the very first Tournament of Champions. And I'm like, the king is back. And Sophie Bubble upset him. I was stunned. I mean, don't get me wrong, Sophie Bubble was hilarious. But like, Paul F. Tompkins was on my Mount Rushmore from the original show of At Midnight winners. He was, yeah. It was Paul F. Tompkins, Melania Weintraub, Ron Funches, and of course Doug Benson, who would go on to be the winningest contestant on the original run of That Midnight. I mean, 2 episodes in, and so far, Aparna Nancherla and Sophie Bubble each have 1 win. Ooh. I wonder if I should keep track of how many wins contestants have. That'd be cool. I might actually do that. I don't know. That'd be really sweet if I did. But long story short, I love it. I absolutely love this show. I love this show oh so very much. I am so happy that it's back. I'm so happy that it's still in the spirit of the original show. I love some of the new twists that they've done with it. I got no complaints. None. Like, this, I mean, dare I say this is my new favorite show after 2 episodes? I mean, okay, I'm going to have to really think about this for a second, because for those of you who don't know, like, my all-time, I guess favorite show really is subjective in terms of what you're talking about. Like, for example, my favorite animated series of all time is Amphibia. You know, I mean, it was Ed, Edd n Eddy, then Steven Universe, now it's Amphibia. Point is, like, how you feel as something is your favorite really does depend on what you're talking about. In terms of shows that just straight up make me laugh and, like, shows I'll remember, like, yeah. I'm going to say After Midnight is my new favorite show to watch now. You know, it's fun, it's funny, you know, it's great to see contestants from the old show like Kurt Braunohler and Paul F. Tompkins on again, and after all these years, they still got it. And Whitney Cummings, she was on the original run too. They all still got it. It's great. Yeah. I wish nothing but the very best for Taylor Tomlinson and the good folks behind After Midnight. I mean, here's the thing. To give you just a brief rundown of how good this show is, again, the original At Midnight was 600 episodes. After Midnight is 2 for 2 right now. 2 episodes in, and you're already just as good as the original. Enough said. I hope y'all like this video. If you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Oh, I forgot to do Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everyone. And remember, if any of you guys want, I'm sorry, I'm very humble I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. And hope we have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thursday. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend you always there back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.